Hello and welcome back to the Pokemon Colosseum Nuzlocke. Last episode we just got the start. We got our first Shadow Pokemon. Before we begin, if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe, that would help me greatly. Help me grow my channel and help me grow a community. It's free and you can always undo it afterwards. So now I'm going to give you a rundown of how Shadow Pokemon work in this game. So they have a heart gauge, which, like in the previous series, will go down from entering battle, from walking around, and from clones that you'll get access to later. And how quickly it will go down depends on depends on their nature and how hard the Pokemon is itself to raise in terms of levels. And all Shadow Pokemon in this game have Shadow Rush, which is basically takedown that hits everything for neutral damage. It is a good move. It's not because 90 power is a pretty good move, 100% accuracy. And this is the only Shadow move in the entire game. And last but not least, all the trainers in this game that have a Shadow Pokemon, they only have one each. I think that just about covers it. So we'll continue on, and now the trainer I want to fight is this guy. Because in Gen 3, Quilava is the best of the Johto starters, which is what his Shadow Pokemon is. Grimer is going to be really relatively easy to take out with this Espeon. It might survive because it's a special tank. But who knows? There's one other thing about Shadow Pokemon in this game is that when they have Rage Mode as well. And Rage Mode works differently. Unlike the last game where it prevents items and stuff, well, it still does the same thing like that. But Shadow Rush will always be a critical hit. If a Shadow Pokemon's enraged. Which makes Quilava also the best Pokemon for speedrunning in this game, because you get angry and it's pretty fast. So you with that compared to come up Espeon, you really don't have to worry about many of the fights. Oh, and final thing, most Shadow Pokemon, to my knowledge in this game, if you don't catch them during the playthrough, you can only catch them in the post-game. There are a few exceptions, but that is to my knowledge. I'm not entirely sure on the specifics of that. I love this AI. Genuinely, it's so funny. Sure, we'll do a Premier Ball. I mean, something neat to have a Quilava in. I'm not sure how shininess works in this game. Whoa. Holy. I would have cried if I lost an Espeon that early again. Oh, also the starter you choose will also be holding the type boosting item of that type, of the respective type. So, because Quilava was holding a charcoal. Part of the factors that were like, oh yeah, Kulov is the best of the 3 starters, but also fire types are really rare. Like, exceedingly rare. It's always been the case. I think at this point in the series, there's like there's less than 20, I think. And in this game, you have 3 fire types, I recall correctly, to choose from that you can get during the story. And Kulov is kind of the best one because the other one's not. The other 2 aren't great. Well, one of them is good, but needs setup. And the other one is just terrible. Maybe one of the worst Pokemon they made. Anyway, let's see what... We got a Quilava now. Yeah, you don't know the nature until the heart gauge goes down a bit. Just gotta heal because that was a rough battle. Only because of a crit, mind you, but still. Now we have access to the construction a lot. Or Welcome Tower. Oh, also, I should say, in the last episode I talked about how this game is harder than the difficulty act of it. I still stand by that. I think this game is harder than base game Pokemon XD and XG. Like, purely because to make what you consider a good team in Gen 3, you don't have a lot of choices. We're back at Buttertown. The main area for the first chunk of the game. We got Jonathan and Kale. Kale was in the last game. As a dude you can just fight. Now I don't want to talk to Kale just yet. What I do want to do, though, is talk to everyone here. Because all of these are trainers, so we're going to be here a while. Because all of them have a Shadow Pokemon. If you're wondering why I'm not using Quilava, as I'm trying to get experience on these 2 before I even think about using the others. Because I don't want, I do want to use the 2 evolutions. My 2 favorite evolutions, actually. So bye-bye, Oddish. Unlike in the last game too, we won't lose our snag machine, so every Shadow Pokemon we encounter will be catchable. Mega Drain. I did use a Skiploom one run against the game before as well. It's bulky. It's all right. It's not offensive. It's in normal Pokemon games, it's not great to use, but in this game in particular, because the choices are so restricted. I can actually recommend it purely because I believe it gets Leech Life and you can teach it Toxic and it becomes a stalling Pokemon, which in these games, perfect. Also has Sleep Powder. It just put itself to sleep though because, wait, no, I don't think Synchronize works that way. Or Synchronize, not Synchronize. No, unfortunately. Luckily, like in the last game, just calling the Pokemon will wake it up. And that's just Duck's fun. I would go as far as to say, by the way, that these Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD, both the difficulty hacks and the base game versions are easily my favorite games of all time. These are just so fun. Very replayable despite the limited encounters. The difficulty hacks make them more replayable because you can spice up the run-throughs. That's the first turn down, we gotta skip them. There are two particular Pokemon I want to pick up here. To have on the team, because they're two of the stronger Pokemon that you get access to. I'm also just going into here to heal, which I'll be doing a lot in between fights. It is you, I think, that has the Pokemon I want. Now, unfortunately, one of them has an ability that can be either useless or amazing, and there's no real in between. And it is this Quagsire. It's either a damp or water absorb, so either an immunity or an ability that does nothing. Because I don't think any Pokemon in this game actually know self-destruct or explosion. Now, Quagsire is really good because it has Surf. And Surf in this game just targets the opponent's Pokemon, and your Pokemon are fine. Fusion, okay. Gotta love the AI. Quagsire is also decently bulky, but pretty good offenses. It is arguably like it is just one of the best Pokemon you can pick up for this game. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think it might be actually possible to do a decent amount of ground run in this game. You get quite a few ground types. Should I get our Quagsire, eh? One, two, three. Nice. Not too shabby. DeVille. And then the other thing I really want to add on the team, I believe you have it. Street Performer Diogo. Is that a JoJo reference? Flaffy. One of two electric types you get access to in the game. And the other one's not until way later. Try to get rid of the Goomba. Under shock, yeah. Okay. You just paralyze yourself. Both having synchronized is a nice little touch. Cotton spawn, easy. In my first playthrough of this game, I used the rain team because it was just that easy to set up. Nice, that Flaffy should be very, very catchable now. And there we go. Oh, bite, and then we'll catch. So I've mentioned that I only really played these games last year, or technically the year before that, like the late 2022. And I've played them a lot since, but I've seen gameplay and I've seen full playthroughs of them since like 2014, 2015. And now we have a full stocked team. I hope that that Quagsire we picked up is a jeez, my brain just turned off there. Oh, but it has water absorb. Now, the problem with losing encounters during this run is unlike the first game. Or, sorry, the second game. The one we did first, because I'm smart. I didn't know I was going to end up doing this one. There is no purify chamber. You have to manually purify all the Pokemon. There are some cheats to this, but that's all there is, really. Sure, we'll do you. This is the team I want to rock with, by the way. I don't think anything will outclass it for a while. Plus, not to mention, these two, the second they get purified, they're fully evolved. Provided we use them in battle. Lon? Interesting. Slugma and Azumarill. Azurill, not Azumarill. Slugma is the other fire type. However, Slugma is terrible. Really weak base stat total for a fully evolved Pokemon. Horrific typing, and it doesn't evolve until level 38, in which it becomes a fire rock type, and it's slow. I don't know what they were thinking either. I suppose a little fun fact is that Slugma is often mistaken for a Gen 3 Pokemon, because in reality it's a Gen 2 Pokemon, because it's so hard to get in the Generation 2 games. You have to play all the way through Johto, get to Kanto, and then find it in the grass in the cycling road, and that's the only place you can get it. I don't know. I mean, hey, I'll use Slugma if it comes down to it, but I really hope I don't have to. When's your last Pokemon? Swablu. Okay. There is a Shadow Swablu later on. Don't have access to it just yet. Oh, I should also say, in in this game, when you catch a shadow Pokemon, I didn't really show it off, but it goes straight into your party. Like immediately, like during battle. So there's a bit more strategy I could use for planning encounters around stuff, although most trainers are programmed to send out their shadow Pokemon last. Important ones anyway. But also, when you catch a shadow Pokemon, even if you wipe it, you still have it. Not that that matters for us. But in the last game, you had to have beaten the trainer to be able to take the Pokemon. We'll do a bite. Okay, that's that guy done. Sorry, Lon. We'll do... There's only 2 more Shadow Pokemon left here to pick up, I think. Rider Avant. Or Vaint. Mischievous. The AI is stupid in this game, like really dumb. Mischievous is the only ghost type you can get, and it's not that strong. However, there's a big however. The AI will tend to attack with moves it can't land a hits on it with. I have seen in one battle 3 normal type moves being used consecutively against a Mischievous. Not to mention in these games, you're having a laugh, right? Oh my god. Well, that's funny. Rip SP. Oh my god. Right. Shadow Ball. Ghost type moves are physical. Mischievous has terrible physical attack. What happened there? Huh. Well, that's horrendous. We just lost like 1 of 2 psychic types in the game. 3. Although one of them doesn't really count. I'm sorry, what? How did this happen? I'm not playing the hard version. I could say that with certainty. Why'd that do some... What? Espeon, fair enough, it's weak. Queen Lava? I'm getting flashbacks to Snake. Or Viper, or whatever his name was. Excuse me? Yeah, bye. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna call it here. Oh my god. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.